people might talk about how good or bad the numbers are, I look at a metric of 1 million clients added in a quarter, and I think that the brokerage industry is far from slowing down. Let's get him in this conversation and talk about the quarter gone by and how the year ahead could look like. Narayan, great having you. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you. Great to be on the program.
Thank you so much. So, Narayan, let's talk about the pain points or the perceived pain points first, and then we talk about the slightly medium term. Lower cash ADTO. The RBI paper suggests that the MAU has gone down quite significantly as well. So compared to the higher highs that you were making for the last 8 quarters, there's a bit of a cool off out there.
Yeah, so it's a great question. I would say that it's not so much of a cool off as much as it's a slight correction that's going on currently in the market. If you look at the way our Indian fiscal, the RBI has approached our fiscal policy for this current year, they have strategically taken all the right steps to stay ahead of the curve. So the impact to India is not as severe as what you see on the West. We have done a great job at curbing inflation. We have done a great job at tuning the regulations, right? SEBI has done a great job at enforcing that, at putting enough guardrails in place to ensure that there's no outliers or there's no crazy things happening in the market. So it's very nicely, the framework has been set up in a very regulated way. Now, how does that affect us? So first of all, I want to start by saying that this quarter, we added about 1.3 million clients. And relative to our last quarter, which was 1.5 million clients, there's a slight drop. So that's absolutely true. But at the same time, interestingly, our client base, it actually has grown month over month. We are growing month over month by about 3%. Today, we are looking at a client base of 10.4 million. And it is the highest client base of any stockbroker today in India. So there is nobody with a client base of 10.4 million. So we are kind of, by many metrics, we are kind of at the leading edge of this. Now, at the same time, your analysis is spot on, is that we see a slight correction in the cash segment. We see a slight correction in the F&O segment, and we've published those month-on-month numbers. But net, if you look at the order volume, Neeraj, our order volumes today are about 207 million for the whole quarter. Whereas last quarter, it was 211 million. So there is resiliency that is being built up with our product roadmap and our tech roadmap, which shows in our fiscal performance. And this time we are speaking, we have the actual data, we've published data from, if you look at this quarter's results that were published, we ended this quarter with 207 million. And in fact, if you look at month over month, we were at 70.1 million in June, and then we were at 70.6 million in May. So there is really not much of a the correction is not as drastic as it's made out to be.